Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators offense takes the field. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hope. Every time he touches the ball.
Defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Quarterback will audible. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes his connection. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, no mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a gap. It's Ellington. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Right down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
On the play. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. Touchdown, Florida! How about that special teams play? No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Back to pass, it's Westbrook. Fires to the tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Looking to move it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Ellington. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. NC State quick to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Vega. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ellington. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Shakes off the tackler. Wolfpack will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Offense set on first down. They'll leave it with him. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4. NC State going up tempo. Handoff from the gun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your...
Going for it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Gators. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking downfield, it's Westbrook. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big-time. Big-time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. A guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. To throw, it's Westbrook. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. On the return, it's Willihan. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
He's off to the races. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going up top on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Buys a little time. And the Gators brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Touch pass on the run. Nice move to keep moving. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Florida! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
49, NC State, 0.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. NC State with the 1st and 10 here.
29 Philly, 2-9
Gonna run it. It's Ellington. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Westbrook. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Come on, set. Check, check.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Feeling some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now at the same page.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. The Gators will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Power football with the run.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vega. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Wants to throw. It's Westbrook. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ellington. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds. Yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, bro.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, wants to throw it. Picked off. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this. With a big play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
He's got it. Hit the afterburners, kid. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
And the Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Gator! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Looking for a man. It's Westbrook. Release to the back. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip.
Come on, set.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Using his legs, it's Ellington. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Just drives it between the uprights. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires and picked off. Great move there. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. Fires to the right. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
1st down for the offense.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. The give as they work on that clock. At the 35, he's open. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida 63, NC State 10.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Got it in the middle. It's Fowler.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer.